Welcome back. This is another segment of the C. Allen Morning Show with Bennett and Brown. And in this part, we're going to welcome our guests. Joining us today, we have Marcia Cole, who is the executive director and founder of AmberMag.com. Marcia is a very special woman. She's gifted. She's talented. She has been an editorial and a content strategist. She's held many executive level positions at, media corporations throughout, her career. Fairchild Publications, Vanguard Media. She was executive editor of Heart and Soul. She's worked with Latina.com as a fashion and beauty producer, an online deputy managing editor for RealSimple.com. I mean, she's done it all. And if that's not enough, she has her own business now, Ivy Communications. And this company is responsible for building world-class websites, magazines, books, and broadcast properties that target women. Marcia, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm so excited to have you with us.
Marcia, this is C. Allen. How are you today?
Hi, C. Allen. How are you?
Absolutely awesome. I tell you, Marcia, you take some of the best pictures. Of course, the whole time Seven's talking, I'm on the computer, and I'm just looking at how pretty you are. Marcia, you sure is pretty.
He's awful.
Now, everybody is listening. Listen to me. I want you to go right now, www.callenmorningshow.com. Scroll down into the blog section, and you can see how that beautiful Marcia Cole is. Lord have mercy.
Thank you.
Black is beautiful, that beautiful brown skin. And guess what, everybody? Now, I met Marcia a couple of times, but the last time I seen her was New York City Fashion Week, and she looked just as pretty in person.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
you very much. It's very sweet.
And Marcia, this is the thing that Seven and I, we were discussing all morning and all night in reference to when we talk about Black is Beauty, we have to tap on the subject. We had an emailer who emailed me week before last, and I mentioned it on the show, and it clogged my inbox, where the guy said that he was tired of seeing women 50, 75, and 100 pounds overweight, beautiful women overweight, and he said is obese, that's not beauty, or something like that. And so we're going to address that issue. We're working with the producers to address that issue, and we want you to come back just as one of the panel guests when we talk about that, because you have a beautiful brown complexion, and I want to hear, because a lot of the emails, even though we didn't talk about that today, but a lot of the emails are talking about dark skin, light skin, all that kind of stuff, and white, black. So we definitely want to tap into that subject. But all of those who sent me emails, go to the blog and look how pretty Marcia is, because we were talking about, Marcia, how important it was that if you're going to be in the beauty industry, how you have to look the part.
Well, it's definitely it's definitely a par for the course. I mean, but I think it's not just applicable to being in the beauty industry. It's about how you present yourself. And whether you work in the beauty industry or work behind a desk, or whether you're an assistant or a manager, you still need to present yourself in a way that is just groomed. And groomed, that just means that, what's your best self? What's the hair that looks best on you? What's the type of makeup that looks best on you? It doesn't have to be over the top, but it's really what brings out your best features. A little bit goes a really long way, and that's what everyone needs to just grasp and understand. We should always be looking about putting our best foot forward and our best style forward.
Most definitely, and I think that you said that really great. Now let's go into. Now, Seven has a slew of questions, but I want to know a little bit about AmberMag.com. That's the first question. And the second one is, talk to me about, because we have all the students, you and I had talked about a class. I want you to talk to me first about AmberMag, and then piggyback on what classes and seminars do you teach in relation to the beauty industry. And then Seven's going to take over. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So AmberMag.com is definitely my baby. I launched it. This is year 5 that we're going into, and it's an online beauty, fashion, and entertainment website. The core DNA of the site is about beauty, and that's hair, makeup, skincare, nails. And, I launched it with the intent of it just being a site that would provide beautiful imagery, researched content that wasn't just about, my opinion, but from also experts from all around, and being able to provide a resource or be a resource for women of color to find out information about what makes them beautiful, and really for us to be able to appreciate all our different types of beauty. The site was very specific in being catering to African American, Caribbean, African, and Latina Black, and understanding that all of those cultures share the common denominators of beauty, coming in the lightest shade of the palest, lightest shade of yellow to the darkest, deepest mahogany, and that was reflective in the name. The name Amber is a stone that comes in that can be seen in the lightest shade of yellow to the darkest, richest brown, and so we share the commonalities of we have family members that come in all shades and of colors. We have hair texture that will range from wavy to curly to coily, to a combination of all three. And so this is a place where all of us can go and find information about each other, and being able to appreciate, that the beauty from someone who is from Sudan is going to be different from someone who's necessarily from Jamaica, where I'm originally from, but it's still beauty nonetheless, and we should be able to appreciate that.
Oh, so we got a Jamaican woman on the line. Oh,
exactly.
Okay.
That's why we got 5 different jobs.
Okay. So
that explains it all.
Yeah. So since we're talking about beauty, we're not gonna talk about that fire, because baby, they say you Jamaican women got some fire. Lord, let's move on.
We only bring that out when it's absolutely necessary. A real
Alonzo,
woman knows how to. She knows how to temper when to be tempered.
Yeah, I see, because there's always something when they beautiful. Alonzo, go to the page, look how pretty she is. There's always something when they beautiful. Nana, she says she's Jamaican, but we're not going to discriminate today, praise the Lord. All right, so talk to me about the classes that you teach. Let me hear about that.
So the class that I teach is called Styling Beyond the Chair, and I started this class teaching it really at the Bronner Brothers show when I initially launched the website, and basically as a way of really teaching hairstylists who are interested in coming into the freelance career field and breaking into celebrity styling. So I've worked in the beauty industry for some time as the former editor of Height Hair magazine, and launching Braids and Beauty magazine. So during that time, which was about 3 years in my career, I launched or helped launch a lot of celebrity hairstylists, meaning that the work that they did with us afforded them the ability to get an agent, and that turned into the job at The View, and that turned into being Halle Berry's hairstylist, and that turned into getting into Emmy Awards. So understanding that I could see talent, raw talent, and cultivate that and show them from an aesthetic perspective, not from the perspective of I'm teaching you how to do hair, because you know how to do hair. This is about how can you transition your skill sets into this world where you really would understand how to do hair for magazines, how to do the hair for an ad, how to do hair for a celebrity and a music video, and what those requirements are, because they're all different. So we go over the aesthetic perspective of styling hair, and all of those creative juices and creative avenues that it really draws on. And we touch on some business aspect of it, meaning how to put a portfolio together, what editors are really looking for, what creative directors are really looking for, and where they're going to expect you to think, the beginning point of where you're thinking from a creative perspective. And that's what we get into into the class, which is very different than what your average consumer is going to want you to do when she's sitting in that chair. It's a very different approach to doing the hair. So that's what we do.
Wow, that's really interesting. So one of the things that I had a question about for you is a reader said, we spend a lot of money as African Americans, the black community in general, in beauty. How does that translate into our representation, and how can we harness those dollars?
Well, we have, the saying that we've come a long way really is true. What you see today more and more in terms of who is representative of beauty, who becomes the spokesperson, who becomes the, for a perfume ad or for a makeup campaign or for where hair is very, very specific. Our dollars, on a whole, women spend a lot of money, a disproportionate amount of money on beauty. African American women.
Marcia,
yes.
Marcia, stop. Hold that thought right there. We have to go to break. We got to pay bills. Listen, we'll be right back with Marcia Cole live here on the C. Allen Morning Show. 7 Brown, C. Allen. We'll be right back after these messages.